During the Tournament of Power, a massive multiversal battle took place where the strongest warriors from every universe were forced to fight for survival. Gods were watching from above, universes were being erased in seconds, and yet, among all that chaos, there was one mortal who stood out. A warrior who pushed Goku and everyone else to their absolute limits. That warrior was Jiren. Jiren, also known as Jiren the Grey, is the strongest member of the Pride Troopers, and at the same time, he is considered the strongest contestant to ever enter the Tournament of Power. However, what makes Jiren truly terrifying isn't just his strength, it's how far beyond everyone else he actually is. He is a mortal whose raw power surpasses even a god of destruction in direct combat. So while gods may hold authority, Jiren rivals them purely through strength. Because of that, he exists in a completely different tier. Jiren hates fighting with assistants, and because of that, he prefers to battle alone. He doesn't trust other mortals, and furthermore, he believes that relying on teammates only slows him down. To Jiren, moving alone is simply more efficient. At the same time, he is quiet, calm, and extremely fair in battle. He believes deeply in justice, and because of that belief, he never fights recklessly or dishonorably. Interestingly, Toppo had a hard time convincing Jiren to join the Tournament of Power because Jiren didn't want to leave the planet he was protecting. Eventually, however, Jiren agreed, but only under one condition. If anything bad happened to his planet while he was gone, then he would immediately leave the tournament and return home. In addition to that, Jiren also wanted the wish from the Super Dragon Balls, since that wish had the power to change everything. Despite his overwhelming strength, Jiren is noble. He does not kill his enemies. Instead, he defeats them and locks them away. Because of this, he despises mortals who take lives without justice. To Jiren, power without justice is meaningless, and therefore, strength must always serve a greater purpose. So how did Jiren become this powerful? Before Jiren became a symbol of absolute strength, he was just a child. One day he returned home, and everything was gone. His parents were murdered by enemies strong enough to erase his entire world in a single moment. Jiren survived, but survival came at a cost. He was powerless. That moment shaped everything. Later, Jiren was taken in by a warrior who became his master, a mentor who believed that justice could still exist in a cruel universe. Under his guidance, Jiren trained relentlessly alongside other students who had also lost everything. For the first time, Jiren believed that strength could protect what mattered. Eventually, they confronted the enemy who destroyed their lives, and then everything fell apart. The battle ended with only one survivor, Jiren. His comrades were killed. His master, the man who gave him hope, also died. The others who survived chose to abandon the path of vengeance. They wanted peace. They wanted normal lives. But Jiren couldn't accept that, because to him, justice without strength meant nothing. So he kept training, not for revenge, not for glory, but because he believed that absolute strength was the only thing that could prevent tragedy from happening again. Here's where things become unsettling. The anime never fully explains how Jiren reached his godlike level of power, and that silence is intentional. Because if Jiren only trained alone, day after day, then his strength shouldn't be enough to surpass the gods of destruction. And yet, it is. This has led to one of the biggest mysteries in Dragon Ball Super. Many fans believe Jiren trained beyond mortal limits. Some believe he was guided or tested by a god of destruction. Others believe that his will alone pushed him past what should have been possible. What we do know is this. Even Belmod acknowledged Jiren's strength, not as a rival, but as something above expectation. And that raises one terrifying question. What kind of training breaks the limits even gods are bound by? When Goku unlocked Ultra Instinct, all the angels and gods of destruction showed respect, because it was a divine-level achievement. However, Jiren reacted differently. He believed Goku still lacked the strength to defeat him, which means that even early Ultra Instinct wasn't enough. And that alone shows how far ahead Jiren truly was. In the end, Jiren wasn't defeated by raw power alone. Instead, it took teamwork. Goku, Frieza, and Android 17. And because of the rules of the tournament, Jiren was eliminated strategically. And honestly, if this had been a no-rules deathmatch, Jiren would have won. Jiren isn't just strong. He is the result of loss, discipline, and absolute belief in justice. And because of that, he became a mortal capable of standing above gods. So let me ask you, do you think anyone could truly defeat Jiren in a no-rules battle? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.